Hello all, welcome back to Patrones Mujer. Today we're going to learn how to assemble the dress you are seeing in the picture. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing, and you can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 15. We have a lot of other great content that is to come, so hit that bell and let's get started. We'll take pen and paper to write down the materials. We'll find the pattern description in the magazine Children's Pattern number 15. Once we have the pattern dressing from the magazine, we cut along the side line that will make. These are finished pattern, which means they have 1 cm seam, hems, and cut with notches and relays. Firstly, look at the pattern line and place all the pattern according to the line and how to use the fabric. In this case, on the main fabric, we are going to cut parallel to the selvage of the fabric. This is the longest piece from the dress, and we cut 2 pieces on fold edge. This is the first piece of the dress. We have a fold edge and we cut 2 pieces. This is the same piece and we cut 2 pieces. This is the second piece and we have a full edge and we cut 2 pieces. This is the front and this is the back yoke. On the back we have a full edge and we cut 1 piece, and for the front we have 2 pieces in mirror. This is the outer color. We cut parallel to the selvage of the fabric and we cut 2 pieces on fold edge. This is the neckband. We cut parallel to the selvage of the fabric and we cut 2 pieces on fold edge. The bottom tape and we cut 2 pieces on mirror. The bias and we cut 2 pieces on mirror. And before to taking off the fabric, remember to snip the notches and the centers. Continue with the visible fabric. This is the bottom tape and we cut 2 pieces in mirror. This is the neckband and we cut 1 piece on fold edge. The outer collar and we cut one piece on fold edge. Okay, we have the pieces from the skirt. This is the front and back yoke. These are the bias, and we fold in half. And the bottom tape, we fold in half, and then we fold the centimeter inside, and we fuse the collar and the other color. Okay, firstly we start with the longest pieces from the bottom. We face the rights and we close on the sides. After that, we're going to gather the top part of the pieces. These are the other pieces from the middle. We face the rights and we're going to close on the sides, and then we're going to gather the top part. Before to start sewing on the machine, overlock the sides of the pieces, and then we face the rights of the pieces and we sew them on the sides. Now we're going to gather the pieces from the dress. First, we pass a stitch to all along the piece, and next to it we pass another stitch parallel to the first one, and then pull the thread from the spool for get together. We match the pieces from the dress. You match the center back and the center front, and spray it properly the gather to all along of the pieces. We start sewing from the center front and continue sewing all along of the pieces, and leave the gather facing up because we don't want to get the foot entangled. Continue with the other pieces from the dress. We face the rights and we're going to close on the sides. And then we're going to place with the other pieces. Remember to match the sides and the center back. And we're going to gather the top part. We face the rights of the front and the back, and we sew them on the sides. We start sewing from the side and spread the gather to all along of the pieces, and you have to match the notches and the side and the center back. After that, overlock the pieces. Now we're going to gather the top of the pieces. You have to pass a stitch, and then we pass another one parallel to the first one, and then we pull the thread from the spool for get together. This is the front yoke. we place the pieces on the front, and this is the back, and we match the center back and the sides. Place the other piece, face the right, and pin it. So the pieces face the right, and then overlock the seams. Then we're going to make the hem. We fold the centimeter and we fold again the centimeter, and then we're going to pass a stitch all along of the hem, and we are going to place the bottom tape. We face the right of the bottom tape with the back of the front, and we pin it to all along. This is the hem of the dress. We fold the centimeter and we fold again, and we pass a stitch all along of the hem. Then press with the arrow along of the hem. This is the bottom tape. We face the right of the bottom tape with the back of the front, and we start sewing from the top to the bottom. The excess of the fabric along of the center front. Fold and face the right of the bottom tape and pass a stitch, and now cut the corners, and with the help of the scissors pull the corner. Now we fold the bottom tape and we pass a stitch on the edge. And continue passing a stitch to all around of the bottom tape. We're going to close on the shoulders, face the right of the front and the back, and close on the shoulders, and then with the help of the pattern make a mark around of the collar. The machine, we face the right of the front and the back, and we sew them on the shoulders. The collar, we freeze the rest of the color and we sew all around on the mark that we just made. Cut the excess of the fabric, cut the corners, and then turn the piece and press with the iron. We pass a stitch on the sides and the edge of the top part of the color. This is the neckband. We place the collar on the center back and match the notches. And then we place the other piece from the collar and match the center and the notches. We sew the collar with the neckband, match the notches from the front and the center back, and continue sewing along of the pieces. Place the other part of the collar on top and sew them all around, except the bottom part. Cut the excess of the fabric around, turn the pieces and then press with the iron. Snip the curves. We take the neckband and we place on the dress. You have to match the notches from the front and the center back and continue to all along of the collar. Then we're going to place the bias around of the armhole. Start sewing the neckband with the dress. You have to match the center front with the notches and the shoulders and the center back, and continue sew them along of the neckline. The excess of the fabric are along of the neckline. Snip the curves. Now we fold the centimeter inside of the neckband and we start sewing from the center back and continue to all around of the neckband. The bias we fold in half and we start sewing from the side and continue to all around of the handle. Cut the excess of the fabric around the handle and snip the curves. Fold the bias and pass a stitch on the edge of the bias. Fold the bias inside and pass a stitch on the other edge of the bias, and we close the bias like that. The other handle is the same as we made for this one. And this is our dress. We place the buttons on the center front. We press with the arrow on the hem. This is the front and this is the back. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to this channel, click the bell button so that you get notification every time a new video is uploaded. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.